This is the Bible Ranger, and today we're going to be talking about naturally fighting the big C. And when I say the big C, I mean CANCER. And I'm calling it that because I don't know if they would ban me. My last one has been 1 week and hasn't been banned. I'm surprised. So if you get this, just go ahead and download it. That way, at least you know you have it, and you can pass it down to people that can use it. And this is episode 80. And basically, two actors that you do know. This is Jackman. I don't even know their full name, but he had the big C on his nose, and I believe it was cured. And I think she's got some kind of thyroid issue, but I haven't looked into her yet. Let's continue. Part 2. Okay, I'm going to try to extend what I said about the Gerson diet, or the protocol, or the therapy, a little bit more, because I've made it for a week, and hopefully I can make it, and I can keep it on there. Anyway, if I had the big C, I would definitely make this my main therapy, and then I would add more things to it, since there are 300 of them. And it's about 4 or 5 steps, but I condense them into 3, and I have a link so you can actually go to them yourself. But the first one is diet, and they really want you to change your eating and your drinking. And when you're eating, they want you to eat organic fruits and vegetables, and I'm not sure about the nuts. Like I said, you can check out the link. But when you're juicing, when they say drinking, they mean juicing. You're juicing a lot of greens and apples and carrots. And they even combine the apples and the carrots. Now, step 2 would be the nutritional supplements. And you're thinking, that's kind of strange. Why would you need nutritional supplements when you're eating organic fruits and vegetables? It's because the earth is depleted and it doesn't produce as much potency as it normally did at one time. And also the earth has veins of nutrients in it. So sometimes you might have a large field, and in the same field you have some vegetables and fruits that are better than others. All right, detoxing. And they use something called coffee enemas. And that bothers me a little bit, but it's part of the, if I had the big C, I would do it. But it's difficult for me to even think about doing it, to tell you the truth. And that's the actual website. You can't link from here. I'm going to try to put a link in the description. But if not, just come here and just copy the whole thing. All right, Dr. Day. Well, that should say Dr. Day, not Days. So cross out the S. And this is an older picture of her. It's about 10 years ago, I believe. And she was a head doctor of an orthopedic clinic in somewhere in California. I don't remember exactly where, but she was highly respected, and like I said, she was in charge, and she developed cancer after so much time. And this was the actual product of it. It was the size right in the center of her breast. It was the size of an orange. And she went to her doctor. Doctors have doctors, right? And the doctor recommended radiation and chemo, and she said, no, I'm not going to do that. But she did have it surgically removed. So she got to the point where she almost died, and she was saying basically bye to her husband, but she did survive, and she was able to come up with this plan. 10 steps. So proper nutrition was very close to the Gerson diet, and eating the fresh vegetables and meals and everything's organic, non-processed. Exercise 4 hours a week. That's about 30 to 45 minutes a day, and cycling is fine, or walking is fine. You don't have to jog. Drinking enough water, and when they say water, they're talking about non-fluoridated water, by the way, and it's 8 glasses a day. And for example, I mean, today was a horrible day for me. I slept all night, let's say, or most of the night, and I didn't drink anything. But I woke up in the morning and had 1 full glass of water, and I've been doing this for over 8 hours, and I still haven't drank another glass of water. I have to catch up. So it's very typical of this to happen, and don't substitute it with soda or anything else, because it doesn't work. You need the water to transmit the nutrients through your body. Very important. Number 4, get adequate amount of sunlight. And you're thinking, oh, the sun is bad for you. No, it's not bad for you. The sun on your skin produces vitamin D. When you're so white, and you might have to protect yourself after a while, yes. But the sun produces vitamin D on your skin. If you live in the warmer states, lower states, get on some shorts and get in some t-shirt, and stay about, I think it's about 20 minutes to half an hour of pure sun, of not 9 o'clock, but 11 to 12 o'clock sun. And if you live in one of those places where there's not a lot of sun, upper north, supplement with vitamin D3. Get fresh air every day. Take deep breaths. Temperance, eliminating the following. She says caffeine, sugar, cancer, and fungus. They love sugar. Artificial sweeteners and tobacco and alcohol, food dyes, and even pharmaceutical drugs. And you're thinking like, well, I can't do that. Well, if you read the whole thing, she's basically saying that when you go natural, your body starts healing itself, and then you won't need the pharmaceutical drugs. Like even my brother-in-law and other people, he had diabetes and bam, he don't have it anymore. It's been reversed. But you always have to keep it in check, because once you get something, the body remembers, so you always have to treat it right. All right, so get proper rest at proper times of night. Okay, so just some people do have trouble sleeping, so do the best you can. And magnesium helps at night too. That's what I do when I can't sleep. De-stress, trust in something higher. Even though she's Christian, and I don't believe everything she says, okay, but she's a believer, and this is kind of a generic statement, trust in something higher. It's because other people than Christians are seeing this, so I guess she's being neutral there. Have an attitude of gratitude, and being thankful continuously, fights depression. It's a very good fighter of depression. So, keep upbeat, be thankful, thank God for your parents, for your spouses, for your kids, for your that he woke you up this morning. Just continuously say this to yourself. And number 10, have a spirit of benevolence. Basically, cut things that are negative, like most of this news really, it's, read the headlines, read the first paragraph. Most of that stuff, you can't do anything about, and it's so negative. And I'm 12 years short of a medical degree, but I would add one more. And what I would say is what the Bible says, that laughter is a good medicine. So I would add 11, and I would say that watch clean comedy, not this garbage with all these curses in it. Clean comedy. Okay, let's go back to fighting the big C. 5 essential oils. Don't forget, that's 300 different things you can do. First one is essential oil, frankincense, lavender, myrrh, peppermint, and turmeric. And the active ingredients is curcumin. So I'm adding this part to it because we know through study that when you add pepper or pepperin, I'm not sure they make an essential oil of pepper, but it makes it 2,000% more effective on the turmeric. And this one's a turmeric, obviously, right? And this one, if you want to see the picture, is the peppermint, the myrrh, the lavender, and this one's the frankincense. It's curious that when Jesus was a young child, not a baby, but a young child, when the wise men came to him, they gave them frankincense and myrrh. And they have anti-big C properties. So they have anti-inflammatory too, which is good for your joints, right? Also anti-tumorous and an anti-pain reliever. And also make sure that they're food grade, because they also sell these for essential aromatherapy. Okay, that's not what you want. Caution, very important. When to make an essential oil, they take like 2 or 3 ounces of, or maybe a pound of frankincense, and they condense it into liquid, which is actually super potent. So don't take too much of it. Start small and work yourself up. Very important. All right, detoxing. This one requires time for itself, okay? All right, it is paramount, of utmost importance, when you're trying to get healthy, to detox and clean your colon. We can carry heavy metals, parasites, putrefied fecal material in our large intestines. And I have a quote here from Dr. Darrell Wolfe, and I have to read it because it's important. There is one major cause of disease, and this is acidosis. Basically, your body is more acidic, and that's because it has low pH. Okay. Then continuing his quote, do you know that is a major cause of putrefaction, which is basically the fecal waste reabsorbed into your system. Okay. This causes toxemia, which means dirty blood or infected blood, right? The only way for your blood to become toxic is by absorbing your own toxic fecal waste from your large intestines. And I think I said this in one of my early videos that when John Wayne died, I think they found like 40 pounds of fecal material in his gut. So you think like, oh, that would never be you. But when you see these men that look pregnant, a lot of that stuff, the muscle has broken down in the intestines and it bulges out like that. A lot of that stuff is fecal material. And even if you look normal and you look like a regular quote unquote guy without pregnant looking, you can still have 10 pounds of fecal material that is rotting into your body, in your body, and your body reabsorbs that. This is why it's very important to detoxify, because the body is trying to fight this right here, the poisons that it's getting from this, and it doesn't have enough energy and manpower, let's say, to fight the big C or any other sicknesses. So remember this, you aren't sick because you get the big C. You have the big C because you're sick. And this is a doctor's quote, not mine. So it's the other way around. All right, these are other methods, okay? You have here, and I want you to research yourself. Garlic is very good for you. Of course, it puts out, a particular smell that's kind of tough, right? But I've made this right here, garlic and honey. Okay, get real honey. If you can find a person who grows, who cultivates bees in his own raw honey, do that. Not the Walmart brand. That's fake stuff. Some of that stuff is corn sugar, and they call it honey. But go to the farmer's market and get some. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And fill it up to the rim right here with garlic, and then fill it up with honey, whatever you have left over. And don't tighten the lid because it will bubble on you for days. You have to leave it kind of loose and be bubbling over. So have something to catch it, because you know how sticky honey is. And then this, I just found out doing my research. They got something called black garlic. Looks very interesting. I don't know anything about it, but it says that it attacks 14 types of the big C right there. That's pretty cool. I'm going to check that out. And there's another protocol called the Budwig Diet. And this is so simple. So simple. I don't know if I like cottage cheese. It's 2 ingredients, cottage cheese and flaxseed oil. I don't know the proportions, but there's a website here that you can check it out. But I mean, just those 2 things have been very effective against certain big C's. Now, this is a whole study in itself, and maybe one day I'll do this, but mushrooms, there's different types of mushrooms that boosts up your immune system, and it does incredible work against the big C. And consider this here. They even have people that are mobile, and they will come to your house. Consider doing vitamin C therapy, IV, basically. And if anything, worse comes to worse, you just feel good after you do it. I haven't done it yet, but I'm looking forward to doing it sometime soon. And there's a lot more of this, by the way. What am I selling? I'm selling hope. I'm not looking for any money. I just want to give you a chance that you do the research, you take control of what's going into your body, and you feel a lot better what's going in without actually making you sick. This stuff doesn't make you sick. This stuff, it might in the 0.001% of people, but in most people, you just take your time. The detoxing might be a little bit rough, depending how sick you are, but hope from something else than the radiation, the chemo, and the surgery. All right, now spiritual big C. I don't want to say the word. We're all been affected. We're all sick from it, all of us. And how did that happen? Romans 5:12-15. It says that the first man, and this is abbreviated, the first man, Adam, got us all sick when he sinned. And basically, we died spiritually. But when the second Adam came, which is Jesus, he gave us a gift of grace. He died for us, so we won't have to die. And all we have to do is accept him, repent, and believe. And we will be cured and never get sick again and never die, which is the best gift ever. And being that we're in this Christmas season, that would be the best gift. So I implore you to look into that, please. If you have any questions, put it down in the comments. And if this has been helpful, please download it, because I don't know how long it's going to be here, and try to help somebody else too, okay? This is the Bible Ranger, and please subscribe and thumbs up. The thumbs up is very important, and thank you for listening all the way. I appreciate all of you guys. I'm 97 subscribers, and I'd like to get to 100. That'd be nice. Appreciate it. This is the Bible Ranger, keeping the Bible simple yet rich in content. Thank you very much.